could not be happier. I tell you, I could not be happier. Jim is he's a gentleman. He's a great guy. He's running a great business.
Yeah.
And his workers, his subcontractors, top notch.
Yeah.
I don't believe that there is any place that we could have built this home from what it looked like down to up in 10 months.
Yeah. People are shocked when we tell them that.
Especially during a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's something that we will always brag about.
Yeah.
And we love it. And I say it again, we have utmost respect for Jim and his business. We've always learned and heard that you buy the worst house in the best neighborhood. And we got a 10 out of 10 on that one. When we found this home, there was Sue up the street had used CRC, and it just seemed like the right fit that we call and have a conversation.
Yeah.
We kept seeing the modern farmhouse is kind of the name that everyone applied to it. And I loved it. I wanted a metal roof. I wanted indoor-outdoor beams, and I wanted the open concept.
I mean, total openness, and the backyard is just, that patio, people come in and it is so relaxing. We're almost every day in the summer out there relaxing, laying on the couch, watching TV, the dogs are playing. I mean, it's quite comfortable. You know, there were a couple of hiccups and we could talk about that, but for the most part, really open communication.
We had some issues with what we thought we were on track. We had some issues with some of the design things that we were picking out. The budgets seemed to move.
Yeah.
And sometimes we were unaware of that movement.
We didn't want to lose each other, so it was a really good give and take on, I mean, every element of the contract. I sat for about 2.5 hours with Jim and a gentleman by the name of Daniel. And we worked it through. It was very transparent. We were really clear what we were looking for. And we worked together to come to the place where we could agree on costs. I said, Jim, we don't want to build the house that you want to build for us at that cost. I said, that's not what Gina's looking for. So I got to come out with a resolution that, because we love this place, so let's work together. And they were all in. They were all in.
They were. Rick and Pedro were just delightful. And they were really very good at explaining to me, because I would say, okay, I don't quite get this. And they were very good about turning the page 2 or 3 and showing me then what the end result would look like.
Pedro treated this house like it was his. I mean, the pride of ownership here and workmanship and making sure it was clean. I mean, he did a really good job. I mean, all of our neighbors say because they were all in and out of the house and walking up and down, and they said, you know, it's so different seeing a CRC project, because when CRC is on site, you've got the painter, you got the electrician, you got the plumber, you got all the workers, whereas other jobs, there might be one guy hammering. And when we recommend CRC, which we do quite often, we say it's the craftsmanship, it's the design, the craftsmanship, the design to build concept is really good, and it's all the subs and the availability of subs and the way they move through a project to get it done is really tremendous.
And that's one of the things that you will hear of CRC when they're referred to other folks, is the layers that Jim puts in place. The layers get the job done. Yeah. And that was something that we wanted. We were able and willing to pay the little bit more in order to have the project management that Jim puts in place. This was a simple project for Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing some wild projects up there. We have seen some wild projects that Jim has accomplished. He definitely knows his business. Mm-hmm. And he knows how to orchestrate his employees in order to run a project.
Yeah.
In the very beginning of this, when we were going through construction, and he invited us to a party. And at this party was past clients, current clients, and future clients. They're probably, I don't have a lot of experience with contractors, but there probably aren't a lot out there that's able to pull something like that off.
Yeah, that's how happy all their customers
It was good
are.
to see.
Yeah.
Jim and his wife, I mean, they're really running a good business. They're trying, they're listening. I mean, I have full respect.
Well, this was, I mean, for us, this was our first from the studs up. It was a big project, and it was, for the most part, pretty easy to do because they made it easy with all the decisions and all the workers and the craftsmanship, and it was
Seamless.
easier than I thought it was going to be. Seamless is the word. Yeah.